Hi, I've been promising you a little tutorial on how to make budgies from cotton wool buds. So I'm all set to go today. It's a rainy day, I've got nothing else to do. And so to start with, you will need some cotton wool buds that have got hollow stems like that. The new ones have got solid stems, they're not much good. You have to find some older ones. And you need some toothpicks, tweezers, feathers, cheap feathers from the craft shop, some copper wire or any very fine wire will do, some snips and some scissors. Now to start with, you need to cover your cotton wool bud with some sticky tacky glue and let it dry a little bit. And then you take your toothpick on your gluey top and you start forming a little head because the top of the cotton wool bud is too big. You want to make a little indentation for the head, and then I usually put in a couple of dots for the eyes, and that creates the little bit of the beak. And then you just need to press that down a little bit more for the beak, and that's very simple, and that makes a very cute little face. And if their heads go on a slant, that doesn't really matter. They just look like they want to tell you something. Now, the feathers, before I go any further, you want to cut yourself a couple of little wing forms like that and put some glue on the back and place them on a feather at the bottom. You need to have about that much of the bottom for the tail later. Have them going across the grain of the feather and let them dry. And for the tail, I'll just show you now, you need a vein. You need to be able to cut it in a wedge shape. So you need to leave yourself enough room to do that on your feather. So that's those little bits. Now the feet. You take your wire and you wrap it around your toothpick or your twig about 4 times. Take the 2 pieces together and twist them together, and this will make your leg. Okay, and cut it off about there for the moment. Make yourself another one, round 4 times, get them together and twist them a wee bit more. So now you've got 2 little legs with feet on a twig. Okay, now going back to the head. Mine's definitely got, oh, he's fine. I thought he'd changed, but he hadn't. I'm going to use a grey pen rather than a black one because they're softer. Just put his little eyes in. And a little beak. Like that. Make his eyes a bit bigger. Now, most budgies have little black dots around their chins. We'll do those while we're doing that. And then you can put your colour on, and I'm going to do blue, so I'm going to put a blue colour on. Around their little heads they have a kind of always looks like a row of neat little pleats, curls or something, little rows. Make sure you're doing it in the right place, Jill. Okay, and that's pretty much his little head there. You can see him starting to come to life. And I'm just going to put a few more bits on his chest here. Because I'm going to use a lighter coloured blue. just get that colour going there. It's a wee bit hard because you're painting on cotton wool, but we're getting there. And so that'll be coming down towards his tail. Just a little bit more blue on his chest. Okay, so when you compare it to the others, you can see how he's shaping up. They're always different, always got their own little personalities. These look a bit fuzzy because they've been through the wars. Okay, now we're going to do wings. So I'm carefully going to cut these out and hope that they don't fall off. It's fiddly, but we use fiddles. Just cut them roughly. Oops, it's come away there. It's not a biggie. If they do, you just fill it in with a bit of ink. You want to get them fairly neat. This one mightn't be so good. No, it's lost its feather. Never mind. Before I do anything else, I might just colour that bit in, seeing I've lost a bit. Feathers, I don't know. Not quite as good. But this is just to show you. So, you get your little budgie again, get some glue, put a blob where its wing might go. Now which one is it? It's this one here. Get that one going over there with the rounded bit facing forward. Same on the other side. You get much better at these with a bit of practice. You work it out. Oops, didn't do those ones very well, sorry. And so I'm just going to squishle them around a little bit there so they fit better. I'm just going to have to retouch those wings up. Way too big. Right, pens required. Oh. I would persevere if I was on my own, and I would make that feather much better. Just bringing the colour down now on its little tummy. Oh dear, these pens are just about finished. There we go. That's better. Okay, you'd get the idea. I'm sure I'll do a better job when nobody's watching me. Okay, so now we're going to cut them so that we can get the legs in there. And so we're going to do this on quite an angle. And his little legs probably need to be cut a bit. And I'll put a bit of glue on them. and pop them inside the body. Don't want to get my gluey fingers on him. There we go. So now he's sitting on his twig. And now you can do all the finishing off bits. I would work on his wings a bit better. I've got them a bit lopsided actually. And I would put his tail on, which is cutting a wedge. And then I would dip it in a bit of glue and just stick him on the back there, so that he ends up with a nice shaped tail. Oh, that's a pretty average looking budgie this time around, but never mind. So that shows you the dynamics of it, how it will go together. There's some I've baked previously which are much better. So I hope you give them a go. Not too hard, just a little bit fiddly.